Unit 7. Fit for Life. Exercise 3C. Page 145. 1.
I'd been suffering from these absolutely splitting headaches since I don't know when, for months anyway, and I'd tried everything, all the usual pills and potions. I'd been to various doctors who'd offered all kinds of explanations, ear infection, sinusitis, worry and so on, and the treatments to go with them, but nothing helped. I was at my wits' end. Anyway, when a friend suggested acupuncture, I was a bit squeamish at first. I mean, all those needles, ugh! But in the end, it really worked, and I got long-term relief, though it did take several weeks of treatment before I noticed the effects.
2.
I realised there was something wrong when I started sleeping badly. I seemed to toss and turn all night. In the end, I realised I just couldn't get into a nice, comfortable, relaxing position. And then in the morning, I could hardly get out of bed. I was so stiff. I just seemed to ache all over. I began to think that perhaps there was something really seriously wrong with me. You know, something life-threatening. My doctor reassured me, though, and advised me to be more physically active, so I started going to the gym regularly, about 3 times a week. And would you believe it? That did the trick.
3.
It started with cheese, I think, which I know is supposed to be fairly indigestible, so I wasn't too worried. But then it progressed to all kinds of foods, and I just seemed to suffer excruciating pain after every meal. It was quite embarrassing as well as painful, and I had to stop going out to restaurants altogether. And indigestion tablets really didn't help. But I read an article about food sensitivity in a woman's magazine and tried cutting out a whole range of foods from my diet, not just cheese, but all dairy products, and wheat and coffee and so on. And to my relief, it gradually got better.
4.
I'd done something to my knees skiing. I'd had an awkward fall, and though I didn't break anything, I must have twisted my knee as I fell, and it just kept on bothering me, for years really, on and off. It didn't stop me living a normal life, but strenuous exercise was out of the question, and I'm a keen sportsman, so that was quite frustrating. In the end, there was no alternative but to have it operated on. Well, after that, I was completely out of action for a few weeks, but with physiotherapy, I eventually got back to normal. Now I'm as right as rain.
5.
I'd had a really bad dose of flu and just felt really down afterwards, and it went on for months and months. It got to the point where I couldn't face getting up in the morning, and when I did, I just felt so gloomy. My doctor had tried me on various drugs, but if anything, they seemed to make me worse, not better. In the end, I saw a psychotherapist who recommended I take up some kind of sport. I thought that was pretty naive at first, but went along with it. I joined a tennis club, and I must say the exercise really helped. Within weeks, I was feeling more cheerful, and now my game is improving too.